You're welcome, everyone. Today we're going to continue with our program as our theme still runs collaboration in development. Yes, last Sunday we talked about collaboration in development and we introduced ourselves to a few things like uh, the importances of collaboration in development, what it needs for you to collaborate in development. Today we're going to discuss a few more important things that are involved in development. For example, we're going to introduce ourselves to Git and GitHub. Yes, I want to welcome our first speaker, Richard Dushime, and our lead as we begin this session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time. I think I'm going to present about Git and GitHub. But before we start, there is an interesting link that I've just pasted in the messages for open source. Okay, I'm accepting people. For open source organization for networking. In case you are interested in open source, in networking, there is a link in the messages. You can check it and you get to join any organization that you may be interested in. Yeah, without delaying, let me present my slides. Let me present my slides. Okay. Window. Yeah, hope is coming. Yeah. Yep. Hope everyone is seeing very well that this is Google Developer Student Club's Bugema University chapter. I can see today, I don't know what happened, but we are having a small number of people attending. I don't know, but as we're waiting for others, we can continue and get to explore more about the Google Developer Student Club. Yeah. Today, we are going to cover up only two things. And that is Git and GitHub, as the facilitator said before. Oh, first of all, you can make an impact in your community. I always say this. It's an inspiration sentence that I also got from my mentor, that you can make an impact in your community. How? We are going to see it. As I said, today we are going to cover up only two things. We are not going to talk about a lot of things. And the goodness, for you to know what is Git, what is GitHub, there will be some work we are going to be doing as a group. And I hope and sure that everyone is going to quit the session and you know what to do. How can you collaborate on a project? How can you contribute on a project? What is needed? And in what tools can I use so that I can contribute on a project online, wherever it may be, wherever it may be, the project can be there on GitHub, and how can I contribute it? How can I, write some lines of code for that project? By today's end session, we are going to know that one. Yeah, I also let me welcome. There is my fellow leads that are from that are coming in. Let me take this time also to welcome them. Thank you for joining my session. Yeah, we are for sure very happy. Bugema University community are very happy to see you in our meeting. Thank you. Yeah, as we continue, first of all, we are going to ask ourselves, what is Git? In the previous session, we tried to talk about what is Git and GitHub, only that the time never permitted us, because we only had some 30 minutes and we only introduced what is Git and those who are interested downloaded it, and we made some setup on our local PC. We downloaded it and we installed it on our PC in the previous session. So today we are just going through it, then we are going to do some practical things using Git. What is GitHub? Oh, before you go, let me just tell you what is Git. That Git is a free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small to very large project with speed and efficiency. Small and very large project with speed and efficiency. We are going to see that. Oh, maybe I forget to put even my camera. Let me turn it on. Okay, it's coming. I forgot. Okay. Okay, it's now here. Let me change some few stuff so that we can continue. Let me just add something. Sorry for taking the time, but let me just add. Not seeing the option. I don't know what happening. Okay, let me just put this one. Yeah, hope this is clear. Yeah, so now we can continue. As I said, Git is a free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small project with speed and efficiency. What is GitHub? GitHub, that is where over 65 million, there are a lot, developers shape the future of software together, contribute to the open source community, and they also manage Git repositories. We are going to see what is a Git repository. Like, you may be 10 to 20 millions, but you can work on one project when you are in different places. And that is using Git and GitHub. We are going to see it. That Git is a provider of internet hosting for software development and version control using Git. Means that GitHub and Git, they do go together. GitHub and Git, they do go together. It offers the distributed version control and source code management functionality of Git, plus its own features. Oh, without delaying, we have seen what is Git, and also we have seen that GitHub is where millions of developers do work on one project when they're in different places. So now let us make our hands dirty. Mean that let's just do something little. Let's write something. First of all, as I said in the previous session, hope, let me say all of us or some of us already have Git and GitHub account because we took a look into that. Git and GitHub. But if you don't have, there is a way. You can now get this link. Then you get to download Git. Here there is another one for creating a GitHub account. Let me see people who have GitHub account. Let me start on that. In the chat box, let me just see, if you have a GitHub account, you just put there GitHub, just G. If you have a GitHub account. Let me see those who have. Okay, Musond, I can see. Thank you. Okay. I can see.
Yes, just a minute, Richard. I would love to request kindly everyone to follow the procedures. If you have a PC near you, please, I request you kindly. This is something you can't do, just looking at it, and then after you say you will go and practice. It is something that you have to do while looking at what somebody who's presenting is telling you to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, and it's a good message. These are practical things, let me say that we have to do while we are being like someone teaching us. We have to practice them so that after the session we don't get again other problems, because when you do it here, in whatever problems you may face, we are going to help you out directly. Even after the session, we can help you out. If you just contact us, just messaging us, we are going to help you through that. Let me just paste the link for creating a GitHub account. For those who don't have, in the chat box messages, there is already a link for creating a GitHub account. Thank you. As we continue, for Git, I think also that you also have, some of you. Those who don't have still, there is a link here. Let me also paste it also for Git. Okay. Let me also paste it. Let me give you the one for GitHub desktop. That one may be somehow better. Okay. Even the one for GitHub is here for those who have Windows, or it will detect the operating system automatically. In the chat box, I've pasted again the link for GitHub desktop. There is GitHub command line interface, and also there is GitHub desktop. For those who like, seeing some graphic user interface, you are good to go with that one. And also for those one who likes black and white, you're also good to go with Git CLI command line interface. But all of them do the same work. They can help you to achieve whatever you want. Okay, let's continue, because as I said, by today's session, I really ask you so that you can be, attentive. We are going to work on something, and I need everyone to contribute. Yeah, as I said, this is still the link for GitHub account. If you still don't have, you can go ahead and create it. But as per now, let's continue. If you have some problems, you can, send us a message, or yes, you can send us a message, then we get to help you out. Okay, reminder. Oh, next. As I said, let me just try to remind you the objectives or our aim as Google Developer Student Club, Bugema University chapter, or all over the world. Our main objectives, or our aim that we do focus on, or why Google Developer Student Club is in different campuses. Just a reminder, what we do help out students interested in technology. Let me also give you the link for those who want to, to learn more. But okay, it's here. The main objectives for Google Developer Student Club, we do help you, or students who are interested in technology, students from all undergraduate or graduate programs, mean that from anywhere, wherever, in different, schools, different departments. Even if you cannot be, studying when you are just having an interest in technology, Google technologies, we are there to help you out. And when you join the Google Developer Student Club, you grow your knowledge in peer-to-peer learning. I mean, one-to-one, you learn from teams. learning environment and build solutions for local businesses and your community. As I said, you can make an impact in your community as long as you have that interest. So how we do it? First of all, we do learn. We learn together. Then when when you are learning in teams, in people from different backgrounds, you will connect, of course. You are going to get connections. Then after getting connections, you're going to build solutions. You're going to build solutions from, people may be outside country, outside Africa, but you're going to, help each other to build solutions for local problems that you may be facing. You're going to get, people to help you out, then you cover it. Then after building solutions, you grow. You grow your knowledge. You build and you grow your knowledge. Wow, that's good. After growing your knowledge, we also share. If for us, we do believe in sharing, that's one. We do learn, connect, build, grow, and share. I may know something, you may know something that I don't know. For us, what we do in our group for Google Developer Student Clubs, we do share. What I know, what you know, we put together so that we can achieve something. We put together so that we can achieve something. Okay, let's continue. I think this was the end of the presentation, but we are now going to do something. Okay, what we are going to do now, I assume and I hope most of you have GitHub accounts. Let's just open, let me share a link for the main, let me share a link, okay, it's here. Let me share for you a link for the main repository we are going to use today. In the previous session, we created a repository and we said that this repository, we are going to use it, as we are here in this class, for everyone. As I said, we have to, people from outside, people from anywhere, we are going to help each other to work on one project as Google Developer Student Club. Then, we get to learn, how can I make a pull request? How can I raise an issue? How can I, how can I contribute on a project? You contribute on a project, with people who are in different places. That one also you want to do it. Let me share this link first so that you can fork it. Forking a project, let me just talk a little about it, or let me just ask, is there anyone who knows what's forking? As I'm pasting the link, I kindly request you to just click on this link, then you get to fork this repository because it's the one we are going to use starting from today. In the next session, we'll be using still this main project, or all over this week, we are going to be using it. If you don't know what's a pull request, if you don't know how to raise an issue, if you don't know, how to make settings for your project, if you don't know how you can add collaborators on your project, we are going to do all those things using this main repo. Just a reminder, let me just give a little bit, just a brief about how to create a repository, but we are going to use this as the main one. I don't know. Are we together first? Have we clicked on this link that I've shared in the comment? Let's just put yes there, just like this, yes. If you forked it, just yes. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, thank you. Let me also refresh here and I see how many people are from forking. I can see. Okay, I can see Agawa Derry, Clifford Mukisa, Kosira have forked it, Isaranya Mwasam has forked it. Okay, Nsereko has done so. Lisa, thank you. Thought Guy has done so. Trezor 11 La has done so. Okay, I'm seeing only 80 people. I don't know. I don't know. How about others? Because we are a lot. How about others? I don't know. Okay. Okay, you can still continue. But I do encourage you so that you do your best to fork this project. Maybe let me just tell Josh to talk about just one thing. Hey, Josh, I think we are together. Josh.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, can you tell us a brief about what's forking?
For forking, the way I understand it is, imagine if you have two projects, like forking is, imagine if you have a website and you have the hosted version and you have the local version. So forking is more like bringing bringing the hosted website into your local environment. So that's how I understand it. That's how I understand it. You're just bringing someone's repository into your local environment, such that each and every modification you make in the local environment doesn't affect the hosted environment. So if that is how I pretty understand it. Thank you, Richard.
Okay, thank you, George, for giving us some light about what's forking. Yeah, that is it. Forking is just, getting the same project, from someone's account, and you get the same copy, exactly the same things into your GitHub account, so that you can use it in anything. If you want to, to contribute or to do anything, you can use that copy. You can do some changes, and those changes will not affect the main project if they don't merge it. Oh, merging will be another word. But as for now, let's just focus. Let's just start step by step. When you are done forking, there is another step you are going to do. When you are done forking, there is another step, and that is cloning the repository. What do I mean by cloning? Cloning is getting that same copy of the project, you put it on your local host. Local host, I mean, on your physical, computer, locally. You put it in your PC so that if you don't have internet you can still work on that project. Then when you get internet, you get to push those changes that you made. Let's just go through that, for some few minutes, because I can see time is moving. But by today's end session, we are going to, to distribute tasks so that everyone do contribute. This is a basic project. It's a website development that we are going to do for our club. So I hope that each and everyone here is going to contribute just that line of code. When it will be full, you can say, wow, I contributed to that project. That's what we want. Let's everyone, we may not be advanced, we may not be having too much knowledge into website development, but we are going to help each other to know this platform, GitHub, I mean. Okay, so now let's clone the project. We are from forking it. Forking is the first step. Forking, as you can see on this interface, let me make it big. Forking is this one. Here you can see, here I'm having 8 people have so far forked this project. Okay, so I can see people are still coming in, but I do also encourage you to go ahead and fork this project that we are going to use. Let's now clone it before we go to read through the documentation for our project that we made. Forking, you do come here on code. Hope everyone is seeing. Then you get to copy this link. If you want, you can download a zipped project folder, but let's do it in a professional way. And I assume that here most of you have GitHub, either command line interface or GitHub desktop. Let me open mine. Last time we downloaded it. Let me open mine. It's opening. Okay, it's opening. Let me share my full screen anyway. It can be better. Let me share my full screen. Okay. It's coming. Yeah, this is it. As you can see, it's telling me that no local changes, because last time, what we did, we cloned it on our local host. We cloned it on our local host. So let me clone it again to show you how it is done. Let me clone it again. I'll go ahead on my computer and maybe let me go on desktop. Then I create a folder. I say Google BDC. After creating a folder, I will enter into that project, that folder. You know, let me come here on our GitHub desktop. Then I'll come here and I do add clone repository. You go to the current repository, you click on add, then you click on clone repository. There is different ways of doing it. So as per now, let's just use this one. Then they will tell you there's github.com here, wherever you can post the username, what and what, the whole link. Let's just use this option for URL. Then you press this one. But this folder contains files. Git can only clone to empty folders. Let's go ahead and we choose our folder. Remember, I created a folder on desktop. It's here. Then we click on OK. After that, GitHub desktop is, it always gives you some guides on how to do things. We just click on clone. You can see, oh, perfect. It's done. It's done. So now what to do is, we are from cloning the project. If you go in the other project, let me put here, in the other folder that I created on desktop, oh, perfect. We are seeing the index and README file. The files that are there online, we are already having them on our local host. Let us see. You can see here we have a README file and index.html. And in our local host, we already have these two files. So how can you contribute on that project? Or what are the steps involved in contributing on an online project? After cloning the project, what you do is you go ahead and make some changes. You open the project in your favorite text editor, those who like VS Code, those who like, Atom, those who like Notepad++, those who like, depending on what you like, as you're developing or as you're writing your codes there. So let me go ahead. I open with VS Code. It's what I have. Let me just open it. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, perfect. I'm from cloning, then I'm going to make changes. After making changes, I'll push them online. even on your PC. Let me hope that you are doing it, or you have already done so. That is perfect if you have done it. So after opening, you will see here, it is still, you know, we are still starting. That's why we want everyone to contribute at least a line of code. And from opening it, so I can make now, you know, changes on my local host. Then after making changes, I do push them online. Without delaying, let's just try to work on, okay, let's leave this README file. Then let me just add something here as a title. Okay, let me do something little. Let me put here H1 anyway. Okay, we already have it. Okay. Let me add something here. Let me add here something. Okay, I can see. Oh, perfect. Let me add the button. We all know what's the syntax for a button. It's just opening tag for button, then a closing tag for button. Let me say get started. I'm done. I have now contributed on this project. What's there is pushing the changes online, and they get to be merged into the main repo. Maybe let me just request someone, any of the people are participating, let just one person go ahead, clone the repo. After cloning it, you add something in the code. That's when I'm going to show you how to merge the changes. If you have done something, you know, I merge it into the main project. Let me hope that one person is doing it. Kwemoy, are you there? Musonda, you know, even 10% thought, you know, Eric, anyone. I can Solisa, you know, you try to do something and get to contribute, and we are going to merge it. And we are going to also create a pull request. I don't know. Yeah. So let me go ahead and push these changes because I can see time is going. Oh, time is little. If you realize very well, before there was nothing here as change. But after making the change in the code, here on our GitHub, this Github is telling us there is some changes that have been made. So what you do here, you do commit them, and with a commit message, of course. So let me just say added a button. Then you can put the description here, then you get to commit. Okay, it's committing, as you can see, it's committing. Then we are going to see our changes up there. It's coming. Okay, it's taking some time, but almost coming. Okay, as it's coming, okay, it's done. Okay, it's done. That push origin. As I said, there is some that there's two commands you use when you are command line interface. There is commit and push, and also add. Add in this Github, it's done automatically. So with command line interface, you do see them. So we can now push. Okay, perfect. We are done. No local changes again. So we are done. We are from pushing things from our local host to online. If we refresh here, you can see here there is a button, you know, there is a tick saying that we've done something. If we go ahead in settings, let me just open it. Then you go to, you know, pages. Let's open our link and see which changes we have made. You can see there is a button ready for get started. This is the project we started, and we want everyone to contribute so that we can make it amazing. Everything will make it amazing. So about pull request, did anyone work on, you know, on anyone who has done some changes, and we share the screen so that we see how to make a pull request. A pull request, how you do make it in just a few minutes. After making changes on your local host, you do push them online. Then after pushing them, it will tell you you come on this pull request. Then you do, it will show like this, that there aren't any open pull requests. You do come here on new pull request. After that, if you have made some changes online, directly this button will be activated. For me, it's not accepting because I'm the one who created this repository. So whatever changes I do make, they do go into the master branch or main branch. They do go there directly. So if there is anyone who has done some changes in the members, can you share your screen? Anyone? Just a few minutes. Okay, I can see. There no one has done some changes.
Maybe I can do some little change and we see.
You know, you can just edit the README file. Go in README file. Then, okay, Musonda has done it. So let Musonda, you know, share his screen. Then we get to, you know, step by step. In 5 minutes, we'll be done. Leonard.
Yes, I'm using a phone now. Let me try to connect my PC.
Oh, that will take time. Okay.
You can proceed as I'm trying to connect here.
Okay, thank you. You hurry up. As we are waiting for Musonda to show, you know, to share the screen and we create a pull request, you know, let me give a word, Josh, about this project. We see on how we are going to divide the tasks, you know, and divide also groups depending on an area of interest of anyone. You know, Josh, I don't know if you are there.
Yeah, sure, we can continue.
Okay, you can now, you know, tell us what we are going to do so that everyone here can contribute on this project. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining again. All right, so let me dive into this. I need to use Chrome. Let me share my screen here. I showed to you what I wanted, what I thought would be good. I don't know, is Enoch around? All right, let me share my screen here. Awesome, I think each and everyone can see my screen. So we are into development, and so what we are going to create is a website for Google Developers Students Club, Bulema University, and what is involved. So we divided this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks and 5 leads and 5 teams. So the first team is going to be the project management team. We are going to have the web developers team. We are going to have the backend team, the backend developers team. We're going to have the documentation team and the quality assurance team. So, oh, sorry, this was supposed to be the project management team. Yeah, so first I'm going to go with the project management team, and the project management team is going to be led by Richard, our lead. He's going to be helped by Agaba, Derek Jr. So what is involved in the project management team? The project management team is going to the project management team is going to manage issues we work on the dashboard. It's going to manage it's not going to be more of a coding team. It's going to be like as you know, a manager is going to check the state of the website, is going to check which part is developed, which part is not developed, which part is missing, which part is not missing. It's going to develop, it's going to manage uh, is the UI matching what is going to take care of each and every step. Is like the core the core manager of the what of the website. It's going to take care. Is the navbar working fine? Is everything working fine? Which issue is assigned to which guy? What is Joshua working on? What is Lisa working on? What is Noah working on? It's going to manage each and every team and each and every property in the website. So that is the developers team. That is the project management team. And we have the web developers team. So the web developers team is going to be led by Enoch Kasada. And this is going to manage UI and UX, how it looks like and how it should look like. It's going to manage UI implementation bugs. You know, sometimes things happen that you are not seeing. Someone clicks on the button to go to the GitHub page, and instead is taken to the button to the contact page. So it's going to manage any breakages in the UI. It's going to manage the size of nav bars, things like that. So that is the web developers team. Is going to manage the front end teams. Which teams are you going to use? Are you going to use React? Are we going to use Angular? Are we just going to use a framework like the Django? Should we use Bootstrap or not choose Bootstrap? Blah blah blah, such stuff. So let's continue with this is my interest. So we have a backend lead, and the backend lead is going to be led by me. So this is going to manage server load balance, how many people are accessing my website at which time. Is the server slow? When should it be up? Does it need update? It's going to manage database implementation, because what we were thinking of creating a server, of creating a website that can manage log in and log out, such that it has we keep track of how many people access our website and when do they access our website, something of the sort. So it's going to manage that database implementations, mappings, and blah blah blah, such stuff that can come in. It's going to manage API implementation. We have connections from the front end to the back end. So this is the field that is going to manage those things. It's going to manage things like CRUD operations, blah, 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 stuff like that, operations, get an element by maybe ID, by which aspect, such things. And it's going to manage endpoints. It's going we are going to create endpoints, like endpoints as, we are going to create them using, we are going to create them using, there is no way I can explain endpoints to you. Maybe you shall know them more about when we start coding. It's something pretty basic, but it's kind of complex a little bit. But this we shall get into it. It's not something too difficult. So it's also going to manage the database tools. Database tools, I mean, which stack are we going to use? Man stack? Are we going to use a Java? Are we going to use a Java backend tool? Are we going to use Java as our main backend tool? Are we going to use JavaScript as our main backend tool? Which stack? A Java stack, a Python stack, a JavaScript stack, PHP, ASAP. It's going to manage such stuff. And I think that's that. Endpoints are just URLs used to access resources, something like that. So when I continue, yeah, we have this great team. This is the documentation team. So this documentation team is going to be led by Julian Atweila. Julian is going to help us with writing documentations about how to get started as a developer, as a contributor. He's going to write about setting up the local development environment. He's going to write about anything that can rise up and it is needed for documentation. And this documentation team, for a start, is going to have to help us with is going to act as the help desk. If you have any question, this is the team that is going to manage questions, blah blah blah, and things of the kind. We have the quality assurance team. This is going to be led by Noah Tayewa. This quality assurance team is going to manage web test. Is going to test our websites. What is happening with our URLs? Are they working fine? Is anything breaking? Do we have any problem with our endpoints? It's going to cut across the back end and the front end. Are unit tests working? Things like that. And I forgot to include this. They will manage which tools they are going to use, whether JavaScript tools. This is the team that's going to manage that. Maybe one thing I forgot to tell you about, project management tool. The project management tool we might use is Github. We might use Github for issue tracking and blah, 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 assigning issues, things like that. We shall use Github. So for web development, the web developer lead will find out. For Java backend team, we haven't sorted out the stack we are going to use. This is pretty simple. It wouldn't be something to worry about. The documentation team, we are going to use GitHub pages for writing blogs and blah, blah, blah. I think Richard, I showed you around GitHub pages, what he opened, and he showed you the button is what we call a GitHub page. So those are the pages you're going to use. So for quality assurance, the quality assurance lead will find out the best tools we are going to use for our website. I think that's it. Let me sketch if maybe there's something else. Oh, there is the end. So that is what I thought about, and thank you for listening to me. Regards.
Okay, thank you, George, for giving us some light of what we are going to do or how we are going to, to work on different parts. Without wasting time, anyone here or everyone has or knows which area of interest you like, either front end or back end, or quality assurance if you like, testing what and what, documentation also. You don't need to know how to write too much codes. Just even in documentation we need you because it's the hardest part anyway. So let me request, as we are here, you can see we are 13. Let's everyone get to to say his area of interest in the messages. His area of interest. Let me see. I'm not seeing people. Your area of interest, because we are going to work on this project. We need to work on it and finish it. Please, in the messages, let me see everyone's area of interest. Everyone's area of interest. I'm not seeing, please. Okay, I can see one back end. Thank you. So, Josh, you've seen one. Okay. Please, let's try to put there something. I know we have some devs here, and also we have some people who don't know too much, about development. But still, you have your part. There's quality assurance. There is also documentation part. you can still contribute there, and it will be written on your CV that I contributed to this project and it came at the end. So we are only having some 1 minute. I've seen only one person. Maybe if you don't have some interest in contributing, you can also say. But what I know, all of you want to contribute. Okay, I can see. Okay. Hey, please, I don't know. Are we there or we are not? Let's do our best so that we can contribute on this project. You know, you can just contribute with NH1. That's enough. In your account, GitHub account, it's going to mark that you contributed on this project and you did this one. You raised the pull request and it was merged into the main project. You know, you can be proud of that. You know, for me, I like it anyway. You know, when you just read your line of code and it was merged into a big project. I'm not seeing people. Are we together? Eric, I'm seeing you. Musonda and Lisa, I'm also seeing you. I don't know. Are we there or we are not?
We are there.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. And I know, Leonard, I know what you like. So I don't know why you are delaying. Lisa, please.
You know what I like? So I was working on the committee there on GitHub. You'll find it, I'm sure.
Oh, perfect. You see, one has started even contributing. Thank you, Leonard Musonda. Thank you. Thank you for that great work. Lisa, how are you? Kwemoy, I'm also seeing you with Betty. You know, let us, you know, give our area of interest. Then, you know, tomorrow you can just write your H1. As you've seen, it's not something big. It's, you know, there's nothing big that's here. This is just a title. You know, we are going to make it brilliant. So you can contribute on anything. You can just add, you know, even changing a background. You have helped us a lot by just putting that line of code, just that one. I assume the project is still from scratch and you can, you know, I expect to see too much pull request and I assure you all of them will be merged. Okay. Okay, thank you for some who are putting. Thank you. But I hope the documentation team is going to work upon it. Then hope all over this week I'll be receiving, you know, your pull request. Thank you. Let me give back the word to the facilitator so that we can end our session. I can see the time has gone. But thank you for attending. We really appreciate. And what I know, we can do something big. You know, let's trust ourselves. We can do something big. If there is anyone who has a question, you know, you are welcome. You are welcome. Let us take this time to welcome some, you know, some questions for those who may be facing some problems. Thank you. You can ask a question. We are waiting, please. We are waiting.
Maybe before the question, guys, what you're going to develop here is going to have all the methodologies, all the tools, all the steps about open source. So it's going to be pretty exciting, you know. So each and every tool you have ever heard of, we are going to simulate what happens in any open source organization. So take this serious. It's really going to be something good. Yeah, that's all I wanted to pass. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Thank you. You know, I expect everyone to contribute on this project because it is going to be hosted online. That one I assure you, and we get support from Google. And everyone who, you know, who contributed, you may get a badge. You know, you will get a badge. I don't know if you understand what's a badge. Let me just show you one. Josh, do you have any badge?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll be having.
Okay, can you maybe show us your badge? Okay, a badge is this one. This one. I don't know if you are seeing. This one, this achievement. I hope everyone, you know, you are just going to, you know, get a badge like this one. you're going to get a badge. So let's, give us that courage of contributing on this project. We are going to do something big. Thank you for the time. Let me not waste too much time. Let me give back to the facilitator for today's session. Thank you. We are going to do our best so that we can work on the documentation. Then, people can start contributing. Thank you for those who have so far raised their pull request. I can see one here. Okay. Oh, perfect. Wow. Before we go, you just give me some 5 minutes. I show you. I can see. Okay, this is a pull request. When you ask for a pull request, I directly see a notification. I enter, then I can see someone said marking function. Wow. Let me open it and I show you. Okay. Then when I receive your pull request, I can merge it into the main project. Let me merge it first. It's for MS Musonda. Thank you for the great work. You've so far contributed on this project. Thank you. Hope that others are also going to do the same. Let me merge it. As you can see, I'm merging it and it is ready merged. Powerful. So now, if I go to our site, I refresh. Okay, you can see, wow, brilliant. We are going forward. Together we stand tall. Thank you for that. So this one has so far contributed, and I encourage everyone to, do some contribution so that you can make, this website is going to be dynamic. So you may get maybe a job at your site, when a client has told you, make my website dynamic. We are going to help you out of whatever you're supposed to do. Thank you. Let me end here. Thank you. I think the facilitator can take over. Thank you for contributing, MS Musonda.
All right. That was wonderful of you, Richard. Thank you so much. We had a great session and a great talk out of you. And Josh, thank you so much. Before we end, maybe just a reminder, if there is anyone here, if you're here, and you want to contribute, or you feel you want to contribute, but then you need some more explanation on how to contribute, where to contribute, and what to contribute, you can inbox me on WhatsApp. Then we talk more and see. I know there are very many people there who want to contribute, but then you're listening to this for the first time, and you're perhaps probably confused on what to do and all that. You can inbox me on WhatsApp, then we'll talk and see how to contribute. But it would be very grateful of us, all of us, to at least contribute. This is something that leads to experience. This is something that adds on a CV as people who are in IT. This is something very good. It can start off a career of some person who knows. So please, I recommend and advise all of us to contribute on this project. If you know you're here and then you haven't opened up a GitHub account and you want to contribute still, go ahead and open up an account. I don't think there's anyone who has not opened up an account at this moment we are. So I believe everyone has an account. Please open up the account and fork the repositories and send pull requests. We begin off. Anytime soon we're going to do something very great. I assure you, we're going to do something very great. But for this moment, I request we stop from here because of time. Till next Sunday when we're discussing something new or something great about this. For now, would love to stop here. Let's end with a word of prayer. I request Eric to pray for us as we end. Eric, I request Eric to pray for us as we end this session.
Let's pray. Seigneur Jésus, nous te remercions pour ce moment. Merci pour l'occasion que tu nous as offert. La discussion qu'on a eue était merveilleuse et bénéficiaire. Nous te remercions pour ta grâce. Seigneur Jésus, nous te prions pour que tu nous protèges pour les moments qui nous restent. Donne-nous la compréhension de ce que nous faisons ici. Merci Seigneur Jésus. Au nom de Jésus-Christ, je prie. Amen.
Okay, amen, amen. Thank you for the language. The one maybe people don't know, he has been praying in French. So, okay, thank you for the time. I can see my fellow leads are, they are joining. I'm sorry, we are ending, and we had this. The session has been fun, and I hope that next time, all of you are going to be there in time, and all over this week, we are going to make some pull requests on this project that we have started up, so that each and every one can contribute to it. Thank you. I've again pasted the link in the messages. Just take that 1 minute of clicking on the link, and you get to fork the repository, and just contribute that one line of code. Thank you for those who are getting interest to it. Thank you. We'll be waiting all over this week. I think, whatever idea you may implement on the project, anything that you may add there, we'll be happy to merge it into the main one. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Richard. I'll be waiting for the messages of people who want to know more about this, who want to know more, maybe where you've not understood at a certain point. I'll be waiting for you. I've put my number here in the message box. Those who will be interested, you will WhatsApp me. For now, goodbye. May the Lord protect you. Bye.